develop. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just poofed on me. It's been one of those days. It really has. Wait till I tell you about my day. Anyways, our first match is a 1v1 submission match as we got Hila Montano going up against the women's hardcore women's hardcore champion Ruby Cain. Bets are live. Place your bets, make your bet space 0 for Hila or 1 for Ruby. 500 space bets from 1 to 1,000 jokers. This is a non-title match, so bets are not doubled. Making her way down to the ring, she has over a record of 0 wins and 3 losses. She is Hila Montano. I have to do some research to find out why my capture card all of a sudden is not working. I might have to uninstall and reinstall it. Making her way down to the ring, she has over a record of 5 wins and 5 losses. She is the women's hardcore champion. She is a member of the Forcers of BBF. She is Ruby Cain. I don't know how I'm going to keep an eye on chat. I really don't know how I'm going to do it. Because, see, the way it's set up, once I get the capture card, I have one screen dedicated to the chat and the other screen dedicated to the actual stream. But for some reason, since my capture card decided it wants to black out on me today, I have to do it a separate way, and I don't know how I'm going to keep an eye on chat. So, I guess I'll just use the chat bot to keep up on chat. Alright, the bell is ringing. The match is underway again. This is a 1v1 submission match. Conrad will tie up. Hila backs Ruby into the corner.
I assure you, making one of these competitors quit will be easier said than done. A lot of times you see champs dial it back a bit when
oh, what a kick by Hila to Ruby. Florida Keys connects. The downfall of me having used the console companion is everyone's entrance music is not going to work now. Until I can figure out why the capture card decided to go kapooey on me.
No one's backing down here.
Ruby reverses into armbar. And then the hammerlock behind her back. Ruby tosses Hila over towards the ropes. And what a hip toss. Ruby picks up Hila. Oh, and slams her down, showing her power. Ruby with the armbar to Hila now. Kicking ribs. Stomp to the chest. And Hila reverses. Clothesline connects. Hila is down.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event.
Ruby grabs Hila, puts her arm in awkward position, jumps up and stomps on the elbow. Does it a second time. And a third time. Why not? Ruby's going to keep on doing this. And a fourth time. As you know, anytime any of the hardcore competitors are in a match, it is some type of hardcore rules of some way, shape, or form. Ruby brings Hila up to a vertical base. There's the sleeper hold. This could be it. Will she make her sleep? Will she put her to sleep? Ruby locks us in. It's typically hard. Isabella is in chat, longtime partner Ruby. No, Ruby releases the hold. Question her decision there.
She's getting trounced now. No, she escapes it. Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked.
Ruby scoops up Hila and hangs her up on the top rope like yesterday's laundry. Stomp to the wrist.
She's looking at
And now Ruby has another submission on Hila. Poppy from crowd. Ruby is past due for a tan. Yeah, it's winter though. You can't get a tan. And everything's shut down. Except for our arena. Everyone gets screened and checked before they come in. They get one of those instant tests completed before they come into our arena. And Hila escapes. Hila goes for a kick. Ruby blocks, takes the leg, swipe her down. And goes for a single leg Boston Crab now.
She better do something fast.
7 more times, break my record, Ruby.
Nope, she releases it.
So have you guys been keeping an eye on Josh Cain's Twitter? Something's going on with him. I don't know what it is, but he's been posting a lot of cryptic messages today. Actually, over the past couple days. Russian leg sweep by Hila. Kick to the ribs. And then a stomp to the midsection. Hila grabs Ruby, tosses her into the corner. Ruby reverses Hila. And Hila, re-reverses. Ruby goes for a clothesline, misses. Hila with the momentum and the adrenaline from bouncing off the ropes. Hits her for a clothesline and drops her down. Ruby goes for a clothesline. Once again, Hila's taking it to Ruby right now. Yeah, what a day for clues. I agree. And now Hila going for a submission. Will Ruby tap? No, Ruby's going to power out of her way out of it by picking her up. Oh, to strength and slamming her down.
She broke the hold. Simply amazing, Cole. I really thought that was it for her.
Ruby, oh, what a right. Knocks Hila down. Ruby, running bulldog, takes Hila out of the corner. Stomp in between the shoulders. Scissor headlock applied.
She better do something fast.
Has anyone figured out what Josh's Cain is saying, though? I mean, he's not answering any of my messages. And Hila reverses out of it. Oh, kick to the midsection. Oh, and the cutter connects. Going for the submission a second time.
He's not going to get a tap here.
And Ruby once again powers out of it, showing her strength, powers her down with the slam to force her to break the hold. Ruby's hurting though. Ruby going for the sleeper again. This time if she keeps it locked in, Hila might be out. And Hila passes out, and Ruby is your winner.
And you can put this singles match in the books.
Let's pay these bets out.
These ladies put on quite a show. Here's another gander.
Fire thinks she's figured it out. All right. What do you think's going on?
That's a woman on a mission. Man, oh man, look at that. And last but not least,
And Ruby with that sleeper. I mean, I agree if it's got to be a swerve or Hall of Fame. I don't know. Like I said, he's Ruby, his wife don't even know what's going on.
be competing in the main event. When we were to battle where the
All right, our next match pits Danger Zone, who's had some issues amongst each other, up against the Horsewomen in a 2v2 normal tag match. And bets are live. Place best match bet space 0 for the Danger Zone or 1 for the Horsewomen. 500 space bets from 1 to 1,000 jokers. Yeah, they have a lot of issues. Isabella thinks Josh Cain's going to UFC. So we got Fire thinking Hall of Fame or a swerve, and Isabella's thinking UFC. Interesting. Like I said, Josh hasn't been seen in, what, a week or two now? Plus, BBF is working UFC as well. Hey, I don't know. Making their way down to the ring. They have an overall record of 3 wins and 5 losses. They're the team of Casey and Alexa Danger. They are the Danger Zone. And Tigray, that was her first guess as well, was UFC. And Isabella said, if you make sense, you put it all together. I don't know if he's dropping any more hints, though. Last text I got from him was around 1 p.m. my time, and he said he was dropping his final hint for the day at 2 p.m. Eastern, which he did. So I don't know exactly what's going on. The Josh Cain, he's not very active on Twitter, and he's been active the past few days. Making their way down to the ring. They have an overall record of 1 win and 3 losses. They are the team of Evelyn and Xander. They are the Horsewomen. Like I said, because my capture card decided it don't want to capture the video, I have to use the Xbox Companion app. And so the theme songs will not be played, unfortunately. T hasn't said anything what's going on either. Does T know? Or is he not saying either way? He's been very quiet. Interesting. And if T honestly don't know what's going on, then I don't know what Josh is doing, because they tell everyone everything. And right off the bat, Alexa's going to tag herself in.
Better get on the same page if they want to stand any chance of picking up a...
Yeah, he should. Josh Cain, that is true. I mean, they are very close. Been together as tag team partners for 3+ years. And Alexa, oh, that was not a clean break. And Xander is not having that. Alexa whips Evelyn into the Danger Zone's corner. Rake of the eyes. Alexa playing dirty tonight. Bulldog connects. Oh, and now Casey is tagging herself. Oh, and Alexa for right to her tag team partner. What?
See you bye. Hair pull mat slam.
And Isabella says, since T's retiring, Josh Cain's missing him. I mean, that could be true. I mean, I'm sure Josh Cain misses his longtime tag team partner.
What a slam.
Frozen Inferno playing some mind games. That could be possible. Poppy's laughing at the fact that Alexa just laid out her tag team partner, and now this became a 2-on-1 disadvantage.
Oh, and a snap there. That'll get you whiplash.
Lit Ice saying that they started that breaking up.
Oh, what a slam. That hurt. She's starting to take a beating. Her and her partner making a great tag team. We'll see what.
And now Evelyn tags in her partner, Xander.
If it gets too out of control,
Xander rolls Casey over onto her back. Goes for the pin. We got a 1, and Casey kicks out. Can Casey do it, though? Can Casey, you know, with the 2-on-1 of... Oh, what an elbow. The 2-on-1 disadvantage for her. Could she somehow manage to come away with the win here? Xander brings Casey up to a vertical base. Side headlock. Grabs her. Oh, and takes her down with authority. Xander whips Casey into the Horsewomen's corner. Tags in her partner, Evelyn. It's very to get info out of T-Monster when he sticks to some secret nobody will know until he feels like it. Oh, it's very hard to get info out of him? I believe it. You know him well. Yeah, you do. By the way, big congratulations and shout out to Isabella and T-Monster expecting their second child. Congratulations. Evelyn whips Casey into the Horsewomen's corner. Tags in her partner, Xander. Constant tags in and out by the Horsewomen. Good tag team. Good tag team right here. You're welcome, Isabella. Ooh, scraping the forearm across the eyes of Casey. Counter double tie up, and Casey overpowers Xander this time. Ooh, big old clothesline takes her to the ringside area. Now, this is a normal tag match, so she can be counted out. And Casey's going to come out and meet her ringside, and she was met with a huge right by Xander.
Big reversal for her there.
And Casey reverses with a right and an elbow.
It's a tough spot to find yourself in, that's for sure.
I say next, Team Fabulous, or Fabulous. And they'll be the only great team left to reign forever. And Casey's taking it. Casey probably wouldn't mind taking a count-out victory here, or a double count-out here. She probably wouldn't mind, because her back is up against the wall. And yes, if you've not heard about Ray's Energy, I got me some Ray's Energy right here. This is, what is it, Galaxy Burst. Make sure you get yourself some Ray's Energy. Double team once again by the Horsewomen to Casey.
She reverses out of it, and not a second.
And Casey reverses out of it. Oh, goes for a clothesline, and Evelyn uses her momentum to hang her up on top rope. Goes for the pin. She has no one to tag out, no one to save her, and no, Casey, ever the resilient person, ever the resilient female she is, kicks out of that. Drop kick misses. And a cutter.
Nice. Shut it down.
And Casey drags her towards the middle of the ring. Goes for the pin.
She goes for
the ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2. And no. Evelyn kicks out. Casey setting up Evelyn. Puts her in the Firewoman's carry. Oh, T-Monster is saying he don't like how a Cain called him out. He's not happy with that. We got a pin. Oh, and we got another kick out by the Horsewomen. But Casey is showing that she can still put it on, even if she is by herself. Thank you for the host, T-Monster. Stomp to the hands. Another stomp to the hand. And another one. Yeah, T-Monster, my capture card decided it didn't want to capture anything. I got to figure out what's wrong with that. So I have to use the console companion app, which I don't mind doing. It's just, it sucks because I can't keep an eye on chat as easy. And she fights out of it.
She escapes it. Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked in fully, Michael.
Ooh, nice slam there. Cross arm slam. She brings Casey up to a vertical base. Yeah, I don't know what happened, T-Monster. I'll tell you a little bit about my day, though. So, you know, I got a nice little setup. I posted it in Discord. I have never, ever ate at my desk. And this morning, I decided to eat some cereal at my desk this morning. And the bowl of cereal, I always drink the milk after I eat the cereal. The bowl slipped out of my hand, bounced off the desk. I got milk everywhere, all over my laptop, all over one of my monitors. But it didn't get on the capture card, so that's why I'm wondering why the capture card's not acting up. But yeah, it was not fun. I was upset with myself. And the Horsewomen walk away with the victory. What a win by the Horsewomen. And that puts them up at 1-3. Oh, what is this? What is Josh Cain doing? It's like all his hits he dropped today. Josh Cain has not been seated, so what is going on? I don't know what happened there. Any idea? Stream hack, maybe a stream hack. Josh might have hacked our stream here.
We have a great
got him! Poppy. We're going to try to continue on. Our next match is a 1v1 as we got AJ Young going up against Lorenzo. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Anyways, how are you doing, Taco? Thank you for tuning in. Taco, a new subscriber. She's also a sister of mine from, let's just say, she's a sister from another mother. Her and I go way back. Like, when I say way back, I'm talking we grew up, like, 30 years of our life we grew up together. We've known each other for 30 years. Right around 30, maybe 29. We go all the way back from Head Start. All right, making his way down to the ring. He has overall record of 1 win and 5 losses. He is AJ Young. I'm still baffled as no one has seen or heard from Josh Cain in over a week, and then all of a sudden, the last like 3 days, he just goes on a rampage of cryptic messages across Twitter. And as you saw right then and there, all his cryptic messages he posted just hacked into our stream. So I don't know what's going on. Fire's like got me worried. He's like a brother to me. He's a brother. He's like a brother to a lot of people. Like, I don't know what he's doing or what's going on. Making his way down to the ring, it is Lorenzo. Lorenzo's actually making his main roster debut. He was one of the call-ups. Yeah, Tigger's like, don't worry too much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's okay. I don't know. Like I said, I should know everything about him. And I don't know nothing about what's going on with him right now. Backstage, has anyone got eyes on Josh Cain? Did he overrun our freaking production truck or something? And of course, AJ's biggest rival, Alex Starr, is going to come sit at ringside to get a closer look at Mr. AJ here. He's going to have a seat right here next to us at the announcer's table.
It's come down to a battle.
We tried offering Alex a mic, but he refused. So he just wants to sit here and watch his rival AJ in this 1v1 match against Lorenzo. Oh, and Lorenzo with a clothesline drops AJ. And yes, the next JJI pay-per-view is Main Event SmackDown. It is the first veteran-only pay-per-view. And you can catch that pay-per-view right here on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube on December 12th at 7 p.m. Lorenzo straddles AJ, hits him with the rights across the head. Alex has got to be loving this right now.
Just pure brutality. Come on, easy.
Lorenzo going for the pin early. We got a 1, and AJ kicks out.
But that's about it. Have to put in a little more work than that. Ooh, nasty impact. Looks like he's starting to sweat now. But he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound. He just doesn't get too out of hand for it. Sometimes.
And you can hear the crowd cheering on Lorenzo here. The crowd really don't like AJ. You know, Alex has turned into a fan favorite. Ooh, super kick. And AJ's down. Lorenzo's lining AJ up. Bookend connects. Goes for the pin. Could this be it? We got a 1. We got a 2. And Lorenzo is your winner. AJ. Oh, and Alex from behind. Alex turns AJ around and just stomping a mud hole in him. Oh, and Alex misses with that. AJ turns around. AJ's had enough of Alex. Whips Alex into the turnbuckles face first. Big old clothesline to the back of the head. Alex is down. The ref is trying to call this off. These two absolutely hate each other. They've been going at it ever since last season. So over a year now, they've been going at it. And Alex with the slap to AJ. Oh, Codebreaker connects. Alex brings AJ up to a vertical base. Whips him into the turnbuckles. Oh, nice athleticism there by Alex. AJ reversal of a European uppercut. Oh, big old kick drops Alex. And AJ's like, not on my watch. Now, you got to think, AJ only has one win against Alex. One. Knee to the spine. And I think they have finally separated the two. And AJ gets the better half of that sneak attack by Alex. Almost like a gauntlet, right, Tigray? All right, our next match is another 2v2 as we got the former champions, Bad Meets Evil, going up against the current champions, the Kliq. The Kliq upset it, Bad Meets Evil, last week to become the new tag team champions. Bets are live. Place your exclamation bet space 0 for BME or 1 for the Kliq. 500 space transfer 1 to 1,000. Jokers, this is a non-title match, so bets are not doubled. Triple threat becoming between these guys? I don't know, Tigray. I don't know. Dirty, I don't know if you realize that, but your team lost the tag team titles to rookies. Rookies. What's up, Jake? How are you doing, my man? Hey, Jake, you would not guess who's tuned in right now. Taco is tuned in, Jake. You know Taco. It was probably rigged. I don't know. The Kliq came out. They came out. Actually, NWO repped. The NWO brand repped last week. They repped hard. Yeah, Taco. You know my cousin. You met him. Making their way down to the ring. They have overall record of 5 wins and only 2 losses. They are a team of Dirty Little Hamster and Bruiser Brody. They are Bad Meets Evil. Yeah, Taco, you know him as Joseph. That's what I figured. She's like, I know. I'm smarter than I look sometimes. Oh, Taco, the reason I didn't accept your party invite last night is because I was getting off because I had to work today. So that's why I didn't accept it. I figured I'll tell you when I saw you. Only sometimes. Now remember, Bad Meets Evil, they were on a streak, a 5-win streak, and they lost to the rookies. Jake trying to do a free-for-all. If you want to get an exclamation FFA. making their way down to the ring. They have an overall record of 4 wins and only 2 losses. They're the current men's tag team champions. They are Lenny and Willie representing the NWO. They are the Kliq. What did you miss? Well, you missed 3 matches and a cryptic message from Josh Cain. At least I'm assuming it was Josh Cain. If you have not paid attention to Josh Cain's Twitter, he has posted a lot of cryptic messages lately. And I think he hacked our stream to make another one. Hey, Jake, you use a capture card, don't you? Okay, do you use the Elgato HD 60S? Okay, well, I have to use the companion app because for some reason my Elgato card was not feeding the stream, or not feeding the video to the stream. So I've used the companion app, which means the music you can't hear anymore. But I didn't know if you knew of something, if there's a fix for that.
This is gonna be great.
And Tigray walks away with the free-for-all victory. Way to go, Tigray. GG's. And Dirty taking it to Lenny right now with that snapplex. Dirty brings Lenny up to a vertical base. Puts him up into fireman's carry. Oh, and a slapjack connects. Lenny grabs Dirty. Oh, and slams him down. And we got a tag. Willie now comes in, the bigger of the 2 Kliq members. Oh, and Dirty just overpowered him. Big old clothesline drops Willie. Yeah, that was your first free-for-all win. I thought it was. And now Dirty looks like he's going to go coast to coast here. Can Dirty pull it off? I've never seen him try this before. Oh, beautiful coast to coast by Dirty to Willie. Leg drop across the chest. Dirty slams the hand of Willie down onto the canvas. And don't forget to use the hashtag JJI when talking about this on social media. Side headlock. Oh, and he just tosses him over. Willie gets the tag to Lenny. Lenny realized Willie was in trouble, calls for the tag, goes for a drop kick. All that did is just knock Dirty back a few steps, goes for a flying elbow, and Dirty swatted him out of the sky like a damn fly. All right, Jake, I'll have to look. I was looking at some fixes, and they mentioned something about having to uninstall and reinstall the program for it, so I might have to do that at the end of today's stream. And Dirty goes for the pin on Lenny. We got a 1, we got a 2, and Lenny kicks out. Dirty grabs Lenny, whips him into the ropes. Ooh, big ol' elbow drops him. And now Willie's trying to get the hot tag. Hot tag connects. Dirty is a little too slow at the draw there. And Willie with the big old kick, and that didn't affect Dirty at all, but that clothesline sure did. Dirty has been in this match since the beginning, but he hasn't need to tag in Bruiser because he's been in control until just recently. And Dirty tosses Willie over.
His hopes of winning this tag team match are starting to dwindle. If you told me heading into this match that he was going to absorb
Dirty grabs Willie, tosses him into Bad Meets Evil corner.
Especially you, Saxton. But then again, I never believed anything.
Tags in his partner Bruiser. Looks like we're gonna have a double team now.
And I hate to
The ref needs to get out of the way. Oh, nice double team by Bad Meets Evil. Beautiful belly-to-belly bridge suplex. Takes down Willie. Bruiser, first time in this match. And now he's going to grab the nose of Willie. Shoves his head into the canvas and jumps and stomps on the back of the head of Willie.
He might have it. Is he done?
Bruiser picks up Willie. Has that torture rack applied. Could this be it? Will Willie tap?
Yeah, this is hard to watch now. I mean, he is taking quite a beating in there.
No, Willie's going to fight out with elbows to the jawline of Bruiser.
He got out of it. Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in.
Bruiser grabs Willie.
Irish whip. Harsh impact.
Had to type something for your dad and he couldn't get over how... That's how fast... I use 2 fingers. I've gotten better now. I use more than 2 fingers now. I use 3. But that's neither here nor there.
Now back to the ring.
Big old leg drop, and Bruiser climbs back into the ring. Brings Willie up. Willie swipes the legs out from underneath Bruiser. Goes for the stomp and misses. Slightly distracted away from my food. It's all good. I had me chicken fajita wrap from Applebee's today for dinner. With a salad, because you know I'm trying to eat healthy.
Oh, he's such a tough target.
Bruiser brings Willie up. Willie reverses with the uppercut. Big ol' right and a body shot.
Oh, he's got him here. He's got him big time.
Yeah, my girlfriend can use off fingers and not look. She types like 90 words a minute with like no mistakes. Big ol' forearm across the back. Bruiser whips Willie into Bad Meets Evil's corner. Big ol' running knee. On my phone, it's my 2 thumbs. Jake. Bruiser with the stomp. This is about what Kylie does. And Bruiser drags Willie towards the middle of the ring. Goes for the pin. We got a 1, and Lenny breaks up the pinfall. Oh, the ref's been knocked down. Exclamation RKO. Exclamation RKO. The ref has been knocked down. The ref has been knocked down 9 times so far this season. Goes for the Dragon Sleeper, and there's a rope break. Bruiser drags Willie over towards, and this is what they do. They go for the dirty pins. We got a 1, we got a 2, and Willie kicks out. Kick to the midsection. Bruiser grabs Willie, picks him up, and delayed brainbuster connects. Bruiser whips Willie into the Bad Meets Evil corner again. Goes for I think he was going to tag in dirty, and Willie is fighting out of the corner. He knows he's in dangerous territory there. So he whips him into the Kliq's corner. Big old clothesline drops Bruiser. Willie brings Bruiser back up to a vertical base. Whips him back into the Kliq's corner. And Willie's going to stare at him like, yeah, I did that. Now what? What's your next move, Bruiser? What you going to do?
In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner.
And as Bruiser gets out of the corner, Willie picks him up. Oh, nice move. Willie's showing he's got some strength.
Such incredible impact. Oh boy, he is rolling. This might be it. Oh my.
Goes for the powerbomb pin combo. We got a 1, we got a 2, and no, Bruiser kicks out, but he transitions into the submission hold.
In a standard tag team match, one competitor's in the ring against,
and Bruiser fights out of the submission hold.
Standing on the ring apron. Nice job breaking out of that one. But there's plenty more work for him to do here. Gets the tag.
Willie's going to tag in his partner, Lenny.
A
Lenny drags Bruiser towards the middle of the ring, rolls him over, goes for the pin. The ref runs over. The ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2. And the Kliq is your winner. What is up, Sackney? How are you doing today? And what is this? I don't know what happened there. Could it have been another cryptic message by Cain? What is up, Eager? How are you doing? I can't complain, except the fact that my capture card ain't working, so I've used the console companion. A nap sounds really nice, Sackety. Well, one of my mods give Sackety a shout out, please, if you don't mind. All right, our next match is a 1v1 Extreme Rules First Blood, as we got the JJI Broadcast Champion Kendrick going up against Westleywolf in a non-title match. I need to pay those bets out from the last one. I got distracted by whatever that message was. And bets are live. Place exclamation bet space 0 for Kendrick Adams, 1 for Wesley, 500 space minutes from 1 to 1,000. Jokes. This is a non-title match, so bets are doubled. Hey, no problem, Sackety. No problem. Make sure you give Sackety a follow, and thank you, Dirty, for doing that shout out for me. Making his way down to the ring, he has over a record of 7 wins and only 4 losses. He is the JJI Men's Broadcast Champion. He is Kendrick Adams. Kendrick was formerly known as Havoc, turned heel last week, and now he's having his first match with a new look, aside from the JJI match that he won last week. Did anyone catch that cryptic message, though? Did it say anything in there? Eager's like, I don't think so. That was weird. Yeah. I mean, Cain is, I don't know what's going on with him, but if you've paid attention to his Twitter, he's posted a cryptic message, and that is the second, if it came from him, the second cryptic message here on today's show. He's hacked the show twice now. Making his way down to the ring, he has over a record of 5 wins and 1 loss. He is a member of the Blood Brothers Federation. He is a former JJI Broadcast Men's Champion. He is a former tag team, multiple time tag team champions. He is known as the title collector across all EFeds. He is the current main event men's champion. He is Westleywolf. I don't know, but towards the end of it saying brothers with the Old English B, there was flashes of something. There was flashes of something there, and I didn't catch it. And yes, Wesley took that title from Kendrick. I don't know. Josh ain't telling me nothing. No one has seen him. What is up, Wesley? How are you doing?
You can feel the electricity.
Wesley grabs Kendrick, puts him in a side headlock, picks him up, and drops him down. Yes, he is a big dude. Thank you for that host, Sackety. Stomp to the chest and right to the face. Remember, this is first blood. This is first blood. The only way to win is make your opponent bleed. Jumps up, stomps on the face of Kendrick. Another stomp to the midsection. And remember that jobber, Mr. Joe King Cox, is the men's Money in the Case winner. He could be waiting in the wings to cash in on Wesley tonight. We don't know. Kendrick whips Wesley into the ropes. Big ol' elbow drops him down. And Kendrick hops over, and what is he grabbing? Kendrick's looking for a toy. He grabs a ladder, and before he can use it, Wesley takes away from welcome back, Fixa. You've missed 2 cryptic messages from Josh. At least we think they were both cryptic messages from Josh. We know one was. We don't know what the other one was, though. Joe King Cox sounds like a joke. Well, I guess he has to have some merit. He is. That is true. He is the Money in the Case holder. He was the surprise winner of that match. No one expected him to win. Kendrick picks up Wesley. Kendrick, look at his strength. Drops him down. Kendrick rolls Wesley over onto his back. Grabs the leg and slams it into the canvas. Guess he came to throw down. He threw down with his cocks out. And Kendrick looked for another toy, and Wesley's not going to have him do it. Give him time to grab it. Wesley grabs Kendrick, has control of the neck and the head, and slams him face first into the announcer table, the Spanish announce table. And a second time slams him head first into the Spanish announce table. Stomp to the midsection. DDT plants Kendrick outside. And Wesley is choking Kendrick right now. Big ol' lefts to the temple of Kendrick. Jobbers, who need them? I got them. Jobbers are us. Big old boot drops Kendrick. Another big boot by Wesley, trying to bust open Kendrick on layaway. Nice, Tigray. Wesley brings Kendrick up to a vertical base. Hits him with a right. Has him stunned. Tosses him in between the ropes there into the ring. And Kendrick reverses with an elbow to the midsection. Kick to the midsection. Kendrick grabs Wesley, showing his strength once again, and slams him down. Kendrick is taking it to Wesley right now. Spinning heel kick. Tosses him into the ropes. Oh, and a drop kick. And a second drop kick. Kendrick with momentum. Oh, and a swinging neck breaker, and Wesley's down. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think Wesley's been handled like this before. This new and improved Kendrick is really showing his worth right now.
He gets it with the reversal.
Kendrick reverses. And now Kendrick sets Wesley up. Oh, don't do it, Kendrick. Don't do it. Oh, ow. That hurt mine. Ooh.
I almost wrote him off earlier. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Wesley had enough. Double axe handles to the spine. No sell. Yes, no sell. You can get your can't sell shit syndrome on merch, on my merch shop. And there is the link to my merch shop if you want to get yourself one. Oh, and a shoulder tackle knocks Wesley off the apron onto that ladder that was laid down. And Kendrick once again looking for another toy. And Kendrick grabs a table this time. So we've had a ladder, we've had a table.
That's how you use a table to your advantage.
And Kendrick uses the table as a battering ram. Kendrick brings Wesley up to a vertical base and tosses him towards the ladder. Wesley trips over the ladder. Our cameraman Billy with this camera angle. Great camera work, Billy. We have one of the best cam crews in the industry. Shout out to the JJI cam crew. Ooh, what a right by Wesley to Kendrick. Billy is a legend. Billy is a legend. Oh, and Wesley's been knocked into the fans. And Kendrick slides back into the ring. And Wesley climbs over the barricades. He just steps over there. Goes back inside the ring. Nose to nose of Kendrick. Grabs Kendrick. Whips him into the turnbuckles. That or he came prepared wearing a plate cup. I used to play football and that, granted, unintentionally happened to me and I came up fine. That could be fine. I mean, it is suggested you wear cups in here, but not everyone likes to because they're very uncomfortable. Wesley brings Kendrick up to a vertical base. Whips him into the turnbuckles. Oh, and Kendrick reverses with an elbow. What a match between these two. Kendrick with the lefts to Wesley, giving him a taste of his own medicine. Kendrick brings Wesley up. Wesley reverses, tosses Kendrick over his shoulder.
If you're this superstar, you gotta be happy about where you're
head crank in place. Yeah, this is a great match.
When this guy's on, look out.
Wesley brings Kendrick up to a vertical base. Swing and neck breaker connects. Wesley with that claw applied to that pressure point of Kendrick. It don't offer much damage, but it could make that whole side of your body go numb. Elbows to the lower back, another one. And he's going to continue on. Wearing down Kendrick. Wesley's a little gassed there. Wesley brings Kendrick up. Kendrick reverses. Kendrick eyes Wesley. Sizes him up. Oh, nice. Nice rolling thunderbomb. And Kendrick picks up Wesley once again, showing his strength and drops him.
This is his opportunity to win this thing.
Positions the arm in a weird position, jumps up and stomps right on it. Oh, and Wesley with a clothesline. Wesley brings Kendrick up to a vertical base. Kendrick always be working out. Breaking news, Rose Inferno not sorry the Danger Zone can't get along. And then Wesley once again with that pressure on that shoulder, right there on that pressure point. Stomp to the wrist, elbow to the spine. Another elbow to the spine. And another elbow to the spine. Why not? Wesley keeps going with those elbows. Elbow City again, right? I singing sorry, not sorry. Kendrick reverses, though, with a knee. Kendrick lining up Wesley.
Here he goes.
Jesus Christ, Kendrick. I don't think Wesley's been handled like this before. And now Kendrick's going to work on the knee of Wesley. That's one way to get the big fella down. Take out his tree trunks. And Wesley reverses with a boot to the face. Wesley said he's doing everything he can, right? Fire singing sorry, not sorry as well. And a thumbs up with a smile. Wesley sizes. Oh! And that stomp busts open Kendrick, and Wesley walks away with the dub. We're going to go ahead and give Wesley his spin bonus. $25 jokers. There is your match win bonus. Breaking news, Danger Zone not frozen, hid in the ashes by opting to go into solos competition instead. We don't know yet. I mean, the way that match was, it seemed like they might be going solos now. Kendrick saying he's still going to get that belt back. That was a good match. Do not discredit Kendrick. Do not discredit him. He gave Wesley a run for his money in that match. All right, we have a three-way extreme elimination as we got Sarah Adams going up against another call-up from the rookies, Pamela Page and Charlotte Webb. This is a non-title match. Bets are live. Place your exclamation bets. Pay 0 for Sarah, 1 for Pamela, or 2 for Charlotte. 500 space bets from 1 to 1,000 jokers. That's 10 years of kicking practice, Wesley says. Jake still. Which one wears the glasses? That's Pamela Page. And Jake's still waiting for his food. Jake's going to begin hangry here soon. If he's not already. Making her way down to the ring. She has overall record of 0 wins and 3 losses. She is Sarah Adams. Kendrick smirks as he walks to the back. Still having our match, so I can't get too comfortable. That is true. You have to defend that broadcast title at the end of the show. Ice watching closely. You get frozen before Panty Pam. Let's see how you recover. Lady luck to you. I hear coexes love whipping ass with their cocks out. Fire calling Pamela not nice word. Asking for a water. Wesley's like, I ate donuts. Like I said, my capture card decided it didn't want to feed the video through. So due to that, I have to use the console companion app, which means that you can't hear the music, unfortunately. After stream, I'll work on that and hopefully get it fixed by tomorrow, for tomorrow's stream. And not many people see this on my call, but I got sharp teeth. I've noticed it. He gets fire a bottle of ice. Sorry, it was water. Making her way down to the ring. She has been called up from the rookie brand. She is Pamela Page. Wesley, don't worry, they're only for Eden. Eva's like, dang, that is cold. Yeah, Eva, the women's Money in the Case winner. Making her way down to the ring. She is the main event women's champion. She has over a record of 7 wins and only 1 loss. She is Charlotte Webb. Wesley's like, now you know where my name comes from.
And from the wasteland, the women's champion, Charlotte Webb.
Eva's offering a lightning strike, but don't think that'll solve the problem any. I don't know. I mean, ice is water, and water attracts electricity. So it might do something. Fire's like, nah, I'll just warm it up. Bell's ringing. The match underway in this extreme 3-way elimination, and Pamela's just going to sit there and let Sarah and Charlotte go at it. Why not? And Sarah with the kick to the ribs of Charlotte, and then a running kick to Pamela and a roundhouse to her chest. Charlotte grabs Sarah, drops her down, and now we got a double team on Sarah by Charlotte and Pamela. That was short-lived as Pamela hits Charlotte with an elbow. Oh, a neck breaker by Pamela to Charlotte. Warm water. Yeah, well, I drink room temperature water. Oh, what a knee by Pamela to Sarah. Charlotte picks up Pamela, slams her down face first into the squared circle. Okay, that is different. Okay. I'm going to say, I drink room temperature water. Just saying.
What a strike. Right on the mark.
Pamela scoops up Charlotte with a scoop slam, takes her down to the canvas. Sarah's going to take a breather outside the ring. Armbar by Pamela to Charlotte, trying to eliminate her. This is elimination style. And Charlotte powers out of it and fights out of the hold.
You can say that again. I never thought you could break free from that one.
Room temperature water is nowhere near as... That is true.
She has some reason to be concerned here. She might want to think about taking...
Pamela drops Sarah, and now Pamela going to do a little dance middle ring. Charlotte's back up to her feet. Oh, nice sliding kick. Takes out the legs of Pamela. Pamela rolls out of the ring now to catch her breath. And now Charlotte picks up Sarah by her arm and then tosses her down onto the canvas there. And now Charlotte raises her hand in victory.
Now in full control.
Sarah's like, I don't like cold water. I gotta have room temperature water. And Charlotte, oh, with the extension, Sarah got hung up on the middle rope and bounced back, and Pamela goes right after Charlotte after that move.
This is not where she wants to be.
Pamela with an elbow to the face of Sarah and takes her down once again. Pamela goes for the pin. This is elimination. We got a 1. We got a 2, and no, Sarah kicks out. If it's not frozen liquid, it's no good. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. What's up, Taco? Welcome back. Charlotte grabs Pamela. Torture rack applied. And then takes her down. Dirty's like, my drink's gotta be cold. Water is the only thing I can drink room temperature. Everything else has to be cold. And now Charlotte going for the pin on Sarah. We got a 1. That lit. He's a freak. Someone save me from him. Jake's still patrolling the windows. He's pacing like a wild animal, waiting for his food. Pamela kicks Charlotte and takes her down.
She got her good there.
And now Sarah goes for the pin on Charlotte. Will Charlotte be eliminated? We got a 1, we got 2, and no. Charlotte kicks out just in the nick of time.
Oh, and she's dropped there. Yeah, she might be done here, guys.
And now Pamela's going to try to get rid of Charlotte. We got a 1, and no, Charlotte kicks out.
Not yet.
Pamela brings Charlotte up to a vertical base. Big O jumping front kick drops Charlotte. Goes for the pin. The ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2. And no, Charlotte kicks out once again. Oh, goes for the knee and misses. Looks like I was talking about my water. And Charlotte's Webb is in place of Pamela. Pamela tap. No, Pamela's going to power out of it. Drop toe hold takes Charlotte down. Oh, running knee by Sarah. Hits the back of Charlotte. And Pamela goes for a clothesline. And Sarah uses her momentum to hang her up on the top rope. And now Sarah rolls out of the ring looking for a toy. Grabs a baseball bat. And then drops it in the ring. And Sarah slamming Pamela's face into the turnbuckles, and Charlotte runs interference there. Takes Pamela down. Sarah picks up Charlotte. Oh, nice. Beautiful suplex there. Pamela doing another dance, and Sarah's going to make her pay with that. Charlotte's stunned. Sarah should probably focus on her. She goes to grab her, and I guess Charlotte's playing a little possum. Fire is rebelling. Pamela, once again, playing to the crowd. Pamela plays to the crowd too much. That's going to cost her a couple matches. Keeps that up. Big ol' right. And now Pamela drops Sarah down. Unorthodox. Turnbuckle attack Pam's face. Pamela drops Charlotte. Goes for the pin on Sarah. The ref rushes over. The ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2. And no, Sarah gets her shoulder up in the nick of time. Pam grabs Sarah. Russian leg sweep connects. Goes for the pin once again. The ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2. And no, Sarah once again kicks out.
That's absolutely unreal. Can you believe this? Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
Pamela brings Sarah up to a vertical base. Scoops her up. puts her up on her shoulder. Oh, and Pamela's back is hurt. She couldn't hold her any longer. Ref slipping on the bat would have been funny. Oh, and Sarah, beautiful shoulder tackle, takes on both her opponents. Goes for the pin. We got a 1, we got a 2, and Pamela's been eliminated. Body shot by Sarah to Charlotte.
Going for the big one.
Oh, Charlotte slams Sarah on the bat, and then a backsplash while Sarah was still on the bat. Goes for the pin. The ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2, and that is it. Charlotte is your winner.
Extreme Rules is not for the faint of heart, as you can see in these highlights. That's a woman on a mission. Look at her go. She's taking care of business. And last but not least, there was this.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Webb.
And Charlotte only has lost 1 match. She is now 8-1.
Yeah, the performance put forward in that match tells me we're looking at somebody who will someday, very soon, be competing in the main event. What a way to kick off tonight. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're just getting started.
We got a fatal 4-way as we got City Clown, Rogue, George Anderson, and the Fixa all going at it. And bets are live. Place your bets, make some bets. Space 0 for Sinny, 1 for Rogue, 2 for George, or 3 for the Fixa. 500 space ranks from 1 to 1,000 jokers. Was Charlotte crying? No, she was sweating. And this is our main event, though it is not the last match, as we still have the men and women's broadcast championship matches after this. Izzy, looks like somebody needs a challenge. T-Man's like, who needs a challenge, Izzy? Jake's starting to get angry, hangry, making his way down to the ring. He has an overall record of 0 wins and 0 losses. He is Sinny, a clown. Isabella saying Charlotte needs a challenge. This is the main event, brought it.
I can't think of a better match to kick the night off, Michael. In fact,
We had some issues at the beginning of the stream, though. My capture card for some reason does not want to work properly, so I have to use the console companion app, and I don't like using that because you can't hear the music, and also there's a huge delay. So I gotta figure out why my capture card ain't working. I might have to run to Best Buy and get a new one tomorrow. Well, she's actually, no, T-Monster, she did lose one. She did lose one match at the very beginning. I think it was during the tournaments. Making his way down to the ring, he is the founder and general manager of SCW. He has an overall record of 0 wins and 0 losses. He is Rogue. Brought it. You also missed I believe it was 2 cryptic messages from Josh. He has hacked the show twice now. Team Monster asking Isabel, what do you propose? Isabel's like, nothing. Just saying. Just speaking, saying that someone needs a challenge, Charlotte. That's all. Making his way down to the ring. He has over a record of 1 win and 3 losses. He is George Anderson. George looks amped. We haven't seen too much of him this season. Making his way down to the ring. He has an overall record of 3 wins and 2 losses. He is the #1 contender for the men's main event champion. He is the founder and general manager of FWE. He is the Fixa. Wesley like, darn it, made me bet on him. Welcome back, Fixa. Fixa became the #1 contender by winning the #1 contenders match 2 weeks ago, I think it was. The bells ring. The match is underway in this fatal 4-way, which means first pinfall or submission to a victory. Sinny going after the bigger opponent, George, and Fixa and Rogue's going at it. Fixa and Rogue, I think, will be a good match. I think we got pretty much FWE and SCW going at one another. That would probably be a real good match. George going for the pin on Sinny, and Sinny kicks out automatically. Fixa with the quick hands to Rogue, and both Fixa and Rogue are strikers. I think that would be a real good match to see those two go at it. And Fixa laying into Rogue right now. And he is wearing down Rogue and makes Rogue fall down onto his butt. Sinny is the size of one of George's arms, right? But Sinny is a tough little bastard. Sinny even kicked in the midsection of George. Oh, and George with the uppercut. Rogue tosses Fixa. And now Fixa rolls out of the ring to catch his composure, and Rogue is closely behind. Fixa goes to punch him. Rogue picks him up, walks him over to the steel steps, and slams him face first on the steel steps. Sinny is taking it to George on the left side of your screen. If you're looking at it, he is really taking it. Oh, what a kick by Rogue to Fixa. This is not elimination. It is first pinfall or submission to a victory. And now it looks like Rogue is going to go after George. That would be another good match because both of them are strikers. Rogue picks up George, showing his strength. Now Fixa is going to go after Sinny. Once again, quick strikes to Sinny. Oh, and an elbow. Snapmare takedown. Fixa hops up on the middle rope. Oh, and a beautiful uppercut to the back of the head. Fixa brings Sinny up to a vertical base inside the ring. Quick left to the jaw. Papa's like, you know, Fixa looks like a fun person to see inside of my bag. Uh-oh. OMJ's like, hey, Fixa's got my cup. No, we have confirmed that y'all have your own cups. Fixa goes for the pin. George slides in and breaks up the pinfall.
Inside the ring now.
George is going after Fixa now. Hooks the legs, picks him up, and drops him as Rogue's going after Sinny now. But no, there's no but. We have proved that in the Pimpin' Ain't Easy matches. Y'all have your own cups. Ooh, what a right by George to Fixa. Sinny, I don't know, talking to the voices in his head maybe. Oh, and now Sinny's going after George. Negative, he has the merch version. And Sinny with a kick to the back of the leg. Another kick to the back of the leg. Oh man, Jane's like, Fixa, how could you do that, man? Tigger's like, or Fire's like, I love ice, but we have our own cups. Y'all can have your own cups now. Oh man, Jane's like, I got my custom purple and gold cup. Sinny tosses George over top rope onto the apron. And Fixa's like, you can reuse it. Yeah, that is true. You make sure you wash it. You know, COVID going around. Oh, and George just lays out Sinny as Rogue lays out Fixa. And now George is going after Rogue. And George overpowers Rogue and slams him down. George brings Rogue up. Rogue reverses shoulder tackle takedown. Takes down George, and George is going to roll to the ringside area to catch his breath. Rogue slams Sinny's hand down onto the canvas. Oh, not even washing it will help, dog. Fixa is going after Rogue once again. That's FWE and SCW right there. And Rogue reverses Fixa. Kick to the ribs. George grabs Rogue from behind. Ooh! And George is just showing his strength. Tosses Rogue like trash. Fixa gets out of the corner and hits George with a forearm and a right. That second right hurt George. A quick jab to the jaw. And now Fixa with the shank motion to George. Sinny grabs George. Famouser connects. And Fixa, now, like I said, that looks like there's a double team on George by Fixa and Sinny. Fixa brings George up to a vertical base. Quick lefts, and then a big old right. And George has been bust open, and Rogue is on top of Sinny. And you know, Sinny has beaten Rogue before in a tables match. And we got an arm bar. Is Sinny going to tap? No, Fixa breaks it up after he realized that there's a submission. Fixa, he owes you money, huh? He might. Oh, and Sinny. Like I said, Sinny may be scrawny, but he reminds me of Spike Dudley back in the day. Sinny goes for the pin, and Fixa breaks up the pinfall. And Sinny did not take kindly to that. Drop kick drops Fixa. George is stunned. Fixa's out. Rogue's out. Sinny is the only man standing right now. Spike Dudley was a beast. Bounce off the ropes. Ooh, big old knee to the side of the face, that temple area. Sinny brings George up to a vertical base. And Rogue gets behind Sinny, drops him with a neckbreaker across the knee. Oh, and George. Ooh, nice move by George to Rogue. And Fixa goes after George again. Oh, Dragon Leg Screw takedown by Rogue to Sinny. And Fixa with the left to the ribs of George, trying to break that smaller rib down at the very bottom. And Rogue with an elbow off the top rope. George finally breaks free of Fixa's shots and then slams him down hard. Jake's like, time to raise Karen. You'll probably be done by the time I get back. I don't know. Rogue picks up Sinny. Oh, GTS connects. Sinny's down. George and Fixa both break up the pinfall. And George tosses Rogue all the way to ringside area. Fixa's going after Sinny now. Face buster, and Sinny's bust up into the pin combo. We got a 1, we got a 2, and George breaks up the pinfall. That could have been it right there. And Fixa does not take kindly to George breaking up the pinfall. Goes right after George. Rogue still eyeing Fixa. And Rogue, I don't know what he's going for. He missed, so instead he turns his attention to Sinny. Lefts to the temple. Fixa going for the pin. The ref's trying to rush over to get an eye on the shoulders, and Rogue breaks up the pinfall once again. Cross body, and now Fixa's the sole man standing. Fixa should go for a pin, but instead he's going to gloat. Fixa shimmying. Fixa brings Sinny up to a vertical base. Ooh, nice chop, followed by a chop to the head, bounce off the ropes, and another chop to the head, and Sinny's laid out. And George, as he gets up, Fixa sees him and goes right after him. Once again, the quick strike abilities to George by Fixa. George is down. Fixa could get the win here. He drags George away from the ropes, goes for the pin. Rogue's just now starting to come to. We got a 1, we got a 2, and Fixa is your winner. And let's give Fixa his spin bonus. $25 jokers.
He really put on a great show.
And Fixa walks away with the dub in this fatal 4-way match. And what is going on again? That was definitely Josh. I don't know what is going on here. That's what, 3 cryptic messages by Josh now? At least 3? If all 3 of them was him? Has anyone gotten what is going on with Josh? Has anyone at all gotten a hold of him, find out why or what's going through his mind right now? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on.